Rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes, Mary Ann Goodman.
Here.
Mary Pitcher.
Here.
Kyle Orr.
Here.
Joel Quine.
Presence.
Penny Georgievich here.
Would entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Any additions or corrections?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. We are on to approval of the minutes of the April 2nd meeting. Anyone have anything? Looks good to me.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes from the April. Seconded.
By Forrest, supported by Klein. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The election committee, so the whole board approves the minutes of the election committee.
Sure.
I don't know who approves that, actually, to be honest. Otherwise, it'll be August before it comes up to approve this, which then,
You want us to do it, just.
yes, or this half of the room can do it since we're that committee. Or should it be done at the committee? We can save it till August.
This is the minutes, she included the minutes of the election committee, which is Mary Ann and myself and Penny. I think we will wait on that.
Perfect.
On to treasurer's reports, Mary Ann Goodman.
Okay. See, we have Lake Township's general fund for the month ending April 30th, 2026. General fund checking account is at $88,846.99. General fund money market account is $172,619.92. Honor bank CD number 29 is $34,672.56. West Shore CD 51 is at $105,296.19. State savings CD number 44 is $54,818.65. West Shore CD number 11 is $109,629.83. Petty cash is at $100. Michigan class account is $302,814.10. Our new ICS account with Honor Bank is at $100,697.88. Lake Township's money market account at West Shore is at, oops, took my glasses off, $33,116.11. And $100 of the general fund is in the tax account to keep it open, and a total in the general fund of Lake Township of $1,02,712.23. I'd like to make a motion that we approve that report for the month.
I'll second.
Motion by Goodman, supported by Georgievich. Any questions, discussion? Will be roll call.
Kyle Orr.
Aye.
Mary Pitcher.
Aye.
Penny Georgievich. Aye. Joel Quine.
Aye.
Mary Ann Goodman.
Aye. This I should have set up earlier. This is like the beginning of our fiscal year. This is generally when we are the most flush with cash. We have all of our tax money from the winter. Fire fund, others. Okay. Sorry, okay, Lake Township's fire fund for the month ending April 30th, 2026. Fire fund, CD number 37 is at $63,289.95. The fire fund money market account is at $102,109.22. Fire Funds Michigan class account has $129,775.97 for a total in Lake Township Fire Fund of $295,175.14. I'd like to make a motion that we approve that financial report.
Seconded.
Improvements for by Klein, any discussion? Roll call.
Penny Georgevich, aye. Mary Pitcher,
Aye.
Joel Klein,
Aye.
Marion Goodman,
Aye.
Kyle Orr.
Aye.
Can you just take a second, for me? As you know, we had to cut hundreds of checks back for the winter taxes that were gonna run. I still have $2,300 that hasn't been cashed. So I'm gonna be in the process of trying to track these people down and get them to cash it. I made up this unclaimed property form to send out, so I'll be working on that. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. People don't like to cash checks that they get. I have no option. So anyway, I'll be doing that. I found a form and I kind of liked it. So it's sort of a, here, fill it out. Did you lose it? Do we need to reissue it? You know, what are you gonna do with it? So anyway, I'll be working on that part of it still.
Great.
That's all. Yeah. So, yeah.
Anything else?
No,
You said a couple things, is that,
well, we had the audit, but I thought maybe I'd do that later unless you want me to touch on that quick.
Sure.
Okay, real brief, I mean, the audit was yesterday, it went very well, he said, told me the tax thing was really good, and I have to compliment my deputy yet again, because it was a really, really difficult winter tax season, and she did amazing. He said everything looks good, the usual, you know, the usual suspects. We're a small office, so the segregation of duties isn't always what they hope for. None of the places around here do. It's an ongoing thing, and we do the best we can, and
will get better?
well, there's nothing to get better. You know, he makes note of it, but there's only so many people here. No, every place gets it. He said he couldn't find anything that we should do different. He didn't say anything, did he?
No,
No, he said that we, let me point out back here. He said he wanted to point out that our fund balance for the end of the year, rough numbers, $1 million. Total expenditures for that year were roughly 500,000. So he said, really, your fund balance is not out of line. He said, you know, it would take a lot more for him to be concerned about it. You know, it's a kind of a good cushion, but not extreme sort of thing. So we're not doing as bad as we thought on that, according to the auditor.
I asked him to this. That question.
That was one of the, yeah, like, what's your take? How much should we have? And yeah, he said, really, we're not as over, you know what I mean, overly saturated as we
Right.
thought.
Right.
So anyway, otherwise, everything went good. They're still finishing up things, and we'll get our official audit later.
So is he suggesting that since our expenditures were 500,000, that was being double was
Good,
good?
Fine. not too
It's
much,
a good thing
not,
that number.
well, we always are concerned that maybe it's too much.
Right,
And his
right.
opinion, it was not.
Okay.
He said, no, 2.5 times even isn't bad. And that was a big year for us because the park was in that.
Mhm.
So even if we cut it down, you know, so we'd have a little more. I'm not getting the right words. We'd have a little more cushion. He said, that's still not out of line. Even 2.5 times is not bad at all.
Good job.
And that was it. It was good overall.
Honey, what do you have for?
all right, well, the trustees had a chance to review the bills prior to the meeting. So I would like to make a motion for the approval of for the general fund, payments in the amount of $27,309.74 for the payment of township accounts.
Second.
Georgevich, supported by 4. As Penny said, everybody reviewed the bills. Any discussion? That will be roll call.
Mary Pitcher,
Aye.
Joel Klein,
Aye.
Kyle Orr.
Aye.
Penny Georgevich, aye. Marianne Goodman.
Aye.
And also, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the fire fund payments in the amount of $308.85.
Georgevich, supported by Klein. Any discussion? That'll be roll call.
Joel Klein,
Aye.
Kyle Orr,
Aye.
Mary Pitcher,
Aye.
Marianne Goodman,
Aye.
Penny Georgievich, aye. That is it for the clerk's report.
Thank you. This time we will open public input. Anybody like to speak to the board? Agenda items only at this one, please. No. Okay. Input is closed. And we have a guest tonight, Rob Scott from the Benzie bus with the annual report. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, you have a story for us?
And I'll hand these for the board as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Rob Scott. I'm the mobility manager for Benzie Bus. And I direct the program responsible for helping people get more access to non-emergency medical transportation. And we are making very good strides in that, especially this year. I'll just give you kind of a brief overview of our year last year, and I'd be certainly welcome to entertain any questions you have at that point. For year 2025, we actually experienced incredible growth, over 20% versus year over year from the previous year. And we also had growth of ridership of just under 10%. And we're actually more efficient with our operations by decreasing our passenger miles. So being able to, with our outstanding dispatchers and software that we use, we're making sure that we are good stewards of our resources and being as efficient as possible. We did operate with over 60 employees last year, which included administrative staff, dispatchers, and a total of about 45 drivers. And most of our drivers are part-time, but we do have a full-time number of about 15. And that does fluctuate, but we are fully staffed right now, and we are doing very well at our, not only our recruiting, but our retention efforts to make sure that we're staying well staffed. Our fleet, we operated 32 vehicles in total, ranging from our smaller minivan, passenger vans that we operate for our health rights program. And then the majority are propane operated, but our transits and cutaways, which all are wheelchair accessible, operated with lifts. And 70% of our vehicles do operate on propane, which this time year, the gas prices, we're seeing, dollar increases over this time last year in gasoline. And so being able to operate propane is certainly helping insulate some of those expenses. But we are still seeing this year increase in prices in that line item. Any typical day, we do operate about 25 routes. And at any given time, there are about 17 buses on the road during the peak demand periods. In general, we, with our highest ridership of existence, we averaged just under 400 passengers per day. We had a high water mark of June 3rd. For some reason, we carried over 600 passengers. And at any given time, we have about 400 passengers per day, averages out. If you look at the number of passenger trips, which is different, measured a little bit differently for the year, we had over 120,000, roughly 10,000 per month. So it's a lot of trips we've been making. And I guess good note, we were awarded a Federal Transit Administration grant of $3 million to build a new cover facility. So not quite a garage, but facility to be able to protect our buses more. And that's going to be on just the north side of our property. So we'll be able to better protect the elements and the weather. Be a lot easier on the buses than on the drivers. And that's not going to affect any millage or come out of the pocket of any of Benzie County residents. We are also in the process of upgrading and replacing some of our older buses. And so that started in 2025, and we are able to, through the MDOT, to be able to use those available funds, existing available funds, to be able to do that. So we're able to, have better vehicles that are going to be more fuel efficient as well. That the site preparation is going to be this summer for that lot, or the covered lot, and we expect to be finished with that in July of next summer. We are focusing on being able to expand our health ride services. Back in October of 2025, we were able to take our, only running from Monday through Wednesday. Now we run Monday through Friday, and we have seen over 25% increase in new rides. So that includes new passengers and patients, but we're also seeing an increase, probably because they have more opportunity to book appointments. But we are seeing a spike in new ridership for that too. And our part of our plan that we got from the grant we had last year is to expand our services downstate. So we are still looking, we're hoping as early as October of this year, but it may be into the first year of 2027 to be able to take our county residents down to Ann Arbor or Grand Rapids or Saginaw. So that's going to be a game changer. It's going to, increase, better outcomes for people who just don't have access for that. So we're excited to be on track to roll that out for this year. We last year with the weather, we didn't have a single day of closure of, from weather or snow. This year we had 5. But even with those trends year over year, we're still experiencing growth. So we hope we don't have another winter like we had this year. I'm sure everyone does, but we got through it and we are doing well. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Want to have any questions about either last year or this year? Yes, ma'am.
That's the first I've heard about downstate medical trips. Where is that funding coming from?
That is gonna be from, actually not, it's gonna be from self-funded from both passengers from their insurance rides, and also we have it's called the 5310 grant, matching funds that are from the Michigan Transportation Connection. So there's funding coming from 5310 federal grants, and then also from self-pay from passengers and their insurance companies. Although we're not going to be doing direct billing with insurance companies, we'll get reimbursed for that.
So is that an ongoing grant, or is that grant going to run out?
The grants, I believe, are those are 4-year grants. So that we get from Michigan Department of Transportation. So they're managed. We have, we're held accountable for, hitting the milestones of that grant. But those do not come out of the pockets of Benzie County residents. The vehicles that we'll be able to use for those also are 5311, which is a different type of transportation grant. So indirectly, we all pay for it as residents of the state. However, they don't add to any additional county taxes, township taxes.
I'd just be concerned, if and when those grant funds run out. Because are you factoring things like somebody has a 6 o'clock appointment in Ann Arbor, you're going to be paying for overnight lodging, and
we do have some limitations on appointment times, but part of my role and part of the program is we get it established, and we have ability to be part of the process of scheduling. So if it absolutely someone has to be down there for 6 o'clock appointment, we're gonna get that person down the day before and then make arrangements for.
So your driver will stay overnight?
Not necessarily. So logistically, that may be a one-off thing, but what we do is try to have be part of the process to say, hey, this is when we can get the patient to the facility, for their appointment. And so if it means, that the patient is staying the night before, the driver and the logistics part of it will be, okay, well, we're gonna try to get that patient down there by, mid-afternoon, so there's time for the driver to come back. There may be times where the driver is gonna have to spend the night, but those are taken care of, out of the NTC funding. We also have other networks in the state, one of which is called Rides to Wellness. They go all over the state as it is. So we're gonna be able to tie into a network, meaning if we have to take someone to, meet someone on the way, say we're going to Ann Arbor, well, we'll have the ability to stop in Flint and, transfer that patient to take them the rest of the way. Again, those are probably gonna be one-off things, but they are gonna come up, but we have the ability to have cross-jurisdictional, things make sense to do logistically.
So is this for sure happening, or is this just in the brainstorming?
No, it's of course, the only thing that we have left to do is approval of the board, and we've had the support through the planning process of the board. And so that's, ultimately what we're gonna be waiting for. We're also, not to go past that, but so part of that network is to be able to have a volunteer program in place too. Disabled American Veterans has a very robust program. So being able to use, vetted volunteer organizations that they would get reimbursement from similar type funding programs, but they would not be out of pocket for the past years. So that would definitely serve the veterans, but there's similar volunteer programs that could be implemented. We are also going to, again, with the approval of the board, expand our services this year, October, for 7-day-a-week service. So we'll be able to start having people get back and forth on Sundays.
Nice.
What does that start?
In October, which is our fiscal year, start of our fiscal year.
Any questions from board members?
I have one. How many employees do you have?
We have 61 right now, and like the majority of our drivers, are part-time. So, but the dispatchers and office staff and mechanics are all full-time.
Are you able to contract pre-buy your propane like lock in your amount? Are you?
I think we have, government pricing, and I don't think there's a way to buy bulk and then, take advantage of that. I know we get the lowest rate available and possible, but it still fluctuates. The way the state handles these contracts, we're bound by those. Right now, unleaded gasoline is through the roof.
I just have one other.
Yeah.
So I think you're already doing this. So we're talking about going to Ann Arbor and Grand Rapids. I mean, we're already going to Traverse City and Manistee for those local.
Yeah, Wexford, Manistee County, and Leelanau. Predominantly, we're going to Grand Traverse County, but so we're already doing this regionally, but the network that will be in place will be able to get people down to further critical care areas.
Any other questions for Rob? Anyone in the audience have any questions for Rob?
I appreciate your time very much, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, on to committee reports. Anything from the park committee?
Park committee. I've been down there a few times, and talking with Mary. I think Mary has shown some interest, possibly jumping on.
Yeah, I'm Mary Ann here.
Oh, Mary Ann's been, talking about maybe jumping on the committee with us.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Both of you, or are you?
No, I'm fine,
Okay.
Then,
More the merrier. Yeah, Mary Ann
yeah, so Mary Ann wants to jump on the board, that'd be great, and Mark, we probably need to go down there and have another look, see, try and get Mark Circle down there and.
Yeah, try to keep up on it and stuff.
Let's make it official. I entertain a motion to put Mary Ann Goodman on the park committee.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Mary Ann.
thanks.
Sounds good to me.
I like the little park.
Yeah.
And she did make a comment about in the past that the entire board has gone down to take a look at the park, and I think that might be something that we should consider doing, just so that way we know what we have. The park committee then gets also feedback from the board, so.
Together, like post a meeting.
Oh, we're not meeting, I mean, we used to, like in the
A
spring.
nice sunny warm day.
Everybody gets their eyes on it, you know? And then it's
Some baked goods. I'll bring
like, wait,
coffee.
where's the kiosk? That way everybody has seen it.
I tend to get
Or
down,
on individual, you
I
know.
get down quite a bit in the summer just because of park attendant
Oh, yeah.
issues.
I don't know, peek around, nobody's there.
All right, thank you. Planning commission, who's reporting that? Kyle? Mark.
We have a meeting on the 21st of May. And I'm gonna be meeting with McKenna on Friday the 15th. And just our contact person, Hillary, she's been hospitalized or she's out of commission, so we have to go with a new person. So I talked to him and we're gonna get on the 15th and just get updated and try to tell them where we're at. So that's.
I think, I just thought of this just now, we don't want to have to pay extra because they've changed staff people on us, so like, he should be giving you a pro bono meeting here, okay?
Okay.
I actually, because of my other job, I had an opportunity to meet him, and I'm really impressed. I think he's gonna be good, so hopefully we can get wrapped up soon.
Yeah, he did planning for rural townships for, so he's done that for like 30 years, and he said he's really looking forward to working with us.
I'm just thinking timeline here. Is he just bringing himself up to speed? Yeah.
No, I think he knows where we're at, and I think Hillary probably asked some stuff to him, but I'm just gonna check with him to see what he knows. And then tell him what our deadline is and what we're looking for.
Hold my breath.
Careful what I say, but I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
Hold your breath and tighten the wallet.
We have an option of Hillary's out there too, so
No,
let's
that's
just do it.
Okay. Website committee, the report would be that I think we're still on track to be online, by July. And, Michelle Irwin has really stepped up to the plate as a volunteer, and she's helping, upload some things and has improved a couple of our, forms, and they're gonna be fillable online, and, we're moving forward, so. You wanna add anything? No? Thank you so much for what you're doing. The assessor report, Gunnar said he was gonna try to come tonight, but I don't see him. So the report's in your packet, and you know where to find him if you have questions. He's here every Wednesday. Pretty much. Code enforcement officer report from Mark UNESCO. Any questions for Mark?
Still on track with typical, think we're gonna end up in the 80s, low 90s.
Actually, we're going to be, we're down to about 76. We lost a few of them. They decided not to rent this year, so the ones I've been chasing that are still out hanging out there, I finally contacted them. They said this one not going to be rented, so take them off the list. I'm gonna send each one of those that decided to go off the list. Send them a letter and then have them confirm that, so that if there's new openings, that they're gonna have to start from scratch, basically. So, yeah, so if they reapply next year, then it's gonna be the new
Yeah, we
application.
never really talked about that. Yeah.
So
Start
I'll,
over.
yeah, they're starting over. But we might think about lowering the amount, because we had 110 as our limit. And I think we could probably get by with 100, I mean, and use that number. And they'll just maybe get people to be more, intent on getting their applications in and not waiting around. So, I mean, right, but then, yeah.
Anything else for Mark? Got my report. Couple of these items are in the packet later on the agenda. Celebration of life for Bill Robinson will be in July. Everyone's invited. My report's in the back. I personally am pretty excited. The Oregon grape is gone from the garden. That was fun. Let me know if you have any questions.
Ironman doing the same route?
So they are coming to us or we need to approve the route, and I told them I wanted to go. I'm going to a meeting on Monday. I said, can we do it in June after I've been to that meeting? But they offered to send a representative to our June meeting when we would approve the route, or we don't think we need them here. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I'm assuming it's the same route
That's what
at
it's
least
proposed,
basic, for
unless
here, it's definitely gonna be the same route, right? They're not,
that's what's proposed, unless we want to change.
I don't see any reason personally to have them take the time to come to our meeting, not for me. I don't know if anybody else is, but as long as they're not really changing anything drastic either.
Zoning administrator report, Josh Mills, thanks for being here.
How's everyone doing?
Doing good, Josh.
We enjoying spring?
Yes.
Kind of spring,
Spring,
maybe spring life.
we're waiting for spring.
Things are a little slow starting this year with land use permits. I did issue 2 land use permits in April. Both of them were for new dwellings. One involves a demolition and a rebuild. And the other one is at least it's currently vacant. The other project I issued a land use permit for is up in Michibu Shores, so 2 new homes are coming our way. This week I have 5 land use permits I'm processing, so I think the slow start is over. Now that the weather's changing, so we're gonna see a lot more activity moving forward. Spent some time reviewing the zoning ordinance. I am gonna be taking some vacation for my main job. I think I let all of you know in an email. So from May 20th to June 2nd, I have a vast amount of work to do around my house, so we can be prepared for an open house for my youngest boy. Going to be an empty nester here pretty soon, but the honey don't do list, that's what I'm told it's called, needs to be done before all this, so I'm gonna be taking some time off to do that. I'm gonna maintain my office hours. I'll have office hours tomorrow on May 8th. And then I'll have on May 22nd, but from May 20th to June 2nd, I will only really be available via phone, email, that type of stuff. I'll make sure that permits are issued, but unfortunately, I don't have any plans to attend any other meetings. Just stay focused on getting this kid out the door. Graduation's May 31st. I have 2 graduates. I have a college graduate who graduates Saturday, and then my youngest graduates at the end of the month. So fun stuff. I don't know if anyone's paid attention, but at the Benzie Lake Utility Authority, we've been doing a lot of work. The city of Frankfort, the village of Alberta, jointly own that facility. We just invested a little over $5 million to update the headworks and convert from a chlorine-based treatment to a UV form of treatment. Far more safe, more efficient, but the headworks, a lot of you probably don't know that your septic waste goes to Blue to get treated. Ends up in Betsy Bay treated. They say you can drink that water. Yeah, I don't recommend it, but they say you can.
Holding tanks,
But,
septic tank.
Only if they have a tank, okay.
Yeah.
Let me first.
It's pumped out, whoever uses the
Wait,
hauler,
Mike, it's
more
not
than likely they're going to Blue because we're the cheapest. And Eagle mandates anyone within a 25-mile radius has to go there.
Sure.
Some might go to Honor, they can accept a little bit. But the headworks, I just want you all to know, that project is designed to remove a lot of the material that causes problems in wastewater treatment plants. So when you drive by Blue and you see one of the honey dipper trucks there and it smells really good, we're told that's going to be eliminated with this improvement. But the reason I share it with you all, I just want you to know that the environmental improvements that we're doing at the plant is gonna benefit the entire community. Village and the city are taking on the debt. We're making it work, but the long-term goal is that we're able to expand capacity, facilitate the growth that our community will realize over time, and far more efficient plant.
Is the price per gallon gonna go up?
We just raised rates very slightly, very, very small amount.
Do you know what it is?
I think 4%. But that's the rates that we charge the haulers.
4 cents.
4 cents,
4%. Gallon.
4%, I'm sorry.
What am I paying per gallon?
I don't know what your waste hauler is charging you, but.
Hey, never mind. Carry on.
Is that probably gonna be covered? I've heard something that the trucks don't. Or is that-
So there's an enclosed building, so when the
Okay.
trucks pull in, everything's in an enclosed building. Not the truck itself, but the discharge.
Okay,
That was the biggest issue with
right,
the prior design, is that it was an open dump, and that's some sweet stuff.
yeah.
But, this will allow us to handle more storm activity. I mean, just at the end of the day, it's a far more efficient operation. So it's greater than just benefiting the Frankfurt, Alberta residents, it's gonna benefit the entire county, so. It's a good thing for our community. Ironman, actually Monday, there's gonna be a community meeting at City Hall in Frankfurt, if you want to attend. The state police will not approve any other route than the route that's currently laid out. They say they won't even entertain it. They said the route's perfect.
Iron Man still needs us to approve it though. they said.
Yes,
Um,
yeah, as
we're
far as
gonna
I
let
know.
you-
I've heard nothing about extending beyond this year, so I don't know.
Can we, as a township, that Iron Man goes through, can we be informed prior to any commitment to having Iron Man in the future?
Yeah, I will make sure that's done. Yeah. I don't know if they're planning on doing any, I think they're gonna take a little break, but I don't know. We got a new race coordinator, Joel Gadd. Is not doing our race. If there's another Joel, if you come to the meeting Monday, you'll get to meet him.
I'll be there.
But, as you know, it's probably regarded as the elite Ironman event in North America. It's the best bike race. That's a testament for our community here, especially Lake Township. It's also, I think, the second most liked event in North America.
Lot of
Yeah.
good feedback. Yeah.
Some stuff that we already know.
I read somewhere that.
Most popular.
More popular.
Company that,
Thank you.
which was it? I can't remember where I
Any,
read it.
in addition to some of the zoning matters, I did attend a zoning board of appeals meeting on April 16th. We had 2 issues. We had a reconvening of a matter that we discussed in December. The ZBA did approve that with some conditions. I'm in the process right now, because one of the conditions is getting attorney review, so I'm in the process of getting that scheduled. So the supervisor and I will participate in that conversation, then I'll share that information with the ZBA after it's done. And then the other matter, which was the misplacement of the survey stakes, that was approved for, it was actually 1.5 foot deviation on the corner of the house. Any questions for me?
If we get inquiries when you're on vacation, I mean, they can wait for their permits probably, but do you wanna, you want anything passed on to Mark? Or,
Well, send them to me. I will monitor emails. I will monitor voicemails. I do more permits between 6 AM and 8 AM than I do any other time today.
At least there's gonna be homework on
So-
that
Yeah.
side.
I do gotta connect with Mark.
Yeah, we have to have a meeting, but on that wastewater treatment plant, do they have a annual report, or do you have regular meetings or quarterly meetings?
We have monthly meetings. They're
Monthly.
the third Thursday of the month at 8:30 AM.
8:30 AM, okay.
Yep.
All right,
and
and then,
that, is that at City Hall?
It's at Blue. It's open to the public. Those meetings are posted, and the Blue Board is made up of 2 City of Frankfurt officials, residents, and 2 Village of Alberta residents, officials, and I'm the at-large guy.
but do they have an annual report that they put out?
Um,
Something like that?
I mean, we do
Online and-
report monitoring with Eagle, but nothing real specific. The
Okay.
plant manager
Maybe I'll
puts
just,
out a
maybe
monthly report.
I'll just show up at a meeting.
Pretty minimal as far as information, but
Okay, no, I just wonder if Lake Township got something too, I mean, like if we could report that I can look over and just.
Let me see what I can procure as far as, what we're reporting to Eagle.
Great, thanks.
All right, any questions?
Thanks, we get double duty here, zoning administrator and Frankfurt updates.
Thank you.
Josh,
Art,
regarding Iron Man, didn't
Yeah.
I read in the paper that there was not a commitment, nor was it expected to be in 27?
I don't think, there is no commitment, they've never broke the subject this year so far.
Okay.
So I'm not anticipating.
I
that
just
they
got
wanna
an
do it.
email from the new guy that he hopes that it will be considered. I mean,
Okay.
I asked the question.
Okay,
Yeah, I was left with the impression that that was a decision the city was making.
I think if it was up to the mayor, we'd have it forever.
Okay.
So I don't speak to her, but I know she's a big fan of it. But, I know, well, see, TC Tourism is a major sponsor of this.
Right.
And they really want it in Traverse. But, I think they realize that logistically, it can't be successful in Traverse City. Driving down the street cannot be successful in Traverse City.
Getting Traverse City. Traverse City, so-
Josh, just a couple more things. First, for the audience's benefit, you should know that Mary's working very hard to get more dollars, charitable dollars as a result of the event being held here. And that started, quite frankly, I started that when they first came.
Yeah.
Because all the money went up to Grand Traverse County.
Yeah.
And I saw your communication. Good for you.
I'm not making a lot of progress, though. More than half of the organizations that the donations go to, I mean, Iron Man's a for-profit company and over half of their donations go outside of Benzie County.
Yeah.
To organizations.
But I appreciate the effort.
And everybody needs to
Good job.
band together then.
They do a good job, so the groups that volunteer during the day of the event,
Oh, yeah, they
they
can
do
be
get a
very-
contribution, which is, usually our kids. At Frankfurt over there, schools, Benson Central schools that play a big role in that, so. They do, some of that money does come back,
I think, we're gonna add Point Betsy Lighthouse to the list. hopefully.
that'd be awesome. I did, the first year we did it, I did a crowdfunding component with a QR code for the Frankfurt Lighthouse, did okay. So,
Art, did you have anything else?
Yeah, this is more of a social note. Your son's graduating from Aquinas.
I'll be in college.
Albion, I understand that he had a successful football career there, yes or no?
Yes, yeah, very successful, and a very successful academic career too.
Congratulations to the family. Do I understand that your son that's graduating this year, he's gonna be playing ball somewhere?
Gonna play football at Trine University, he's gonna study chemical engineering.
Good for you
And my
guys.
son Adam is gonna work for Baird with Ed Schindler, so he might be managing some of your guys as well. I don't know.
That's a great deal.
Right?
Maybe he
He'll
could be their
managing
new
mine.
football coach too.
He plans on being a coach.
That would be
so.
cool. They need
Well,
junior high.
But
right?
the fruits of labor of being a middle linebacker and leading the conference in tackles, he's having his right shoulder
Alright.
surgery in 2 weeks, and then after that, doing the
Yikes.
left.
Jeez.
I asked him, I said, was it worth it? He's like, every second.
He hasn't had the surgery yet.
Yeah.
See, I don't know who's gonna take care of him in the back, but.
Let me caution him, I played collegiate ball and I'm on a king today, so.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something special to play a sport like that, though, and it really is.
Congratulations. Yeah, you have
Thank
some
you.
really good kids.
Thank you, yeah, very, very happy.
I've been
Um,
watching.
We'll see, they're not moving out yet.
I was
Yeah.
trying to embarrass you guys.
They helped out a little bit.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. On to fire report. Chief Cedarholm, I believe, is on vacation, so you've got his report, and if you have any questions, just get a hold of him, okay? Commissioner updates, thanks for being here.
Sure. I don't move as fast as Josh does up to that podium, so bear with me. So as always, you got my report in advance and you got Christie's. Christie's a little more extensive than mine. I try to hit the high level stuff. But the things that I do want to point out that I think that would be relevant is first, and it's not in my report, but there's been a lot of social media postings about the animal shelter. I don't know if you've seen it or if you even care, but there's a lot of misinformation. That you would think the sky is falling, it's not. The county's on top of that, the commissioners are following it, the administration's following it. There is nothing to be seen there, quite frankly. They did exactly what they're supposed to do. And Mary Ann's thinking, I don't even know what the heck you're talking about.
Oh, no, I do, but I don't believe half of what I read on social media anyway, so I never thought it was anything.
And I'm not on it, but I was forced to see what was happening on it. County administration, quite frankly, we're spending the majority of our time working towards the August election for the county operating budget, which affects you guys too. You got a lot of stake in this game with us. We're doing a lot of outreach. You had Katie Zeitz come here. She probably gave you a 20 to 30-minute presentation. We're doing that 20-25 times between now and the 1st of August. She's at Lake Township tonight. And we hope that we can provide the right education for people so that they understand that this is not about wanting to spend money foolishly. This is about real need. And it's just this simple. For those of you that don't know, I have a finance background. In 2018, we had a third party do an analysis, and it showed that the county was running into some problems with funding. And then COVID hit, and we were printing money faster than we could spend it, so we delayed doing anything. Last year, we did another analysis, and it showed that by 2030, we will have exhausted surplus to balance the budget. So there is some serious implications if this doesn't pass. I really think that it will, but I think it's about educating the community. Benzonia, we had to relocate the recycling bins there, where they had been behind Save-A-Lot. There's a new owner of that property, and they have plans to build there. And we're having a heck of a time trying to relocate them. So right now, what we had to do is just disperse the bins among the other bins that are already out there. And we continue to look for a land that people are willing to provide to us to set the bins on. But that has been a real task, making that happen. Hopefully next month we'll have something more permanent we can tell you. I want to talk about Points Benzie and the waterfront project that they have there, because you guys donated about $100,000, I think, to that project. Thank you very much, by the way. But we've had to do some reconfiguring on that to get it within a budget. We weren't able to raise all the money we needed to. The grant expires after a first extension at the end of September, so we're really hustling to try to get that the reapprovals back in. We had one of the state agencies say, well, we'll look at it in September. Well, that's unacceptable. As far as I'm concerned, that is typical government. You know, it's just, I think we'll get it done, but a little frustrated, as you can tell from my comments, that they would suggest that they would get to it about the time the grant runs out. That doesn't make any sense. Economic development, the county's made a big investment in that. We did hold an event for the community. Mary, did you go to that?
I thought it was on May 22nd.
No, that's something different.
Oh,
This was the one on April 23rd.
apparently I didn't.
Over at, was that called Benzie? Did you go?
Yeah,
So I understand there was anywhere between 75 and 90 people there. And it was a good opportunity to talk about the collaboration between the county, the Benzie County EDC, and the Frankfurt EDC. We've never had that type of collaboration before, and I'm quite hopeful after 25 years of having direct involvement in that will help jumpstart some of management of economic development in Benzie County. Development's gonna happen. We need to manage it, and quite frankly, we haven't up to this point. On May 22nd, Mary, we are gonna have a specialist come in to address the EDC board that's open to the townships and the county commissioners to discuss the impact economic development has on a community, to include how it can improve your revenue. I'd love to be able to improve revenue without doing it on the back of the taxpayers. There's a way to do this. But you know, this is long-term thinking. This is not gonna happen next year. So that starts at 9 o'clock. It's gonna be in the commissioner's room, and the information's on your report. And I do have a link to his bio if you want to look at it. And, you know, Mary, I think I'll end it there, open to questions.
Any questions for Art?
Can I ask a question?
You may.
Art, is that meeting open, is that just for commissioners, or is that open to anybody in the public?
You're more than welcome to attend.
Okay,
The better people are educated, I think the better off we are as a community.
I'm part of that brave group that Paul Danes is
Oh.
with, so that's what I was wondering.
Well, in fact, I just sent the invitation to Paul, so maybe he'll circulate it to you.
Okay,
Yeah. Great work you guys are doing. We really appreciate the support. Since you mentioned it, and I'm sorry, your name,
Tim Simon.
Kim's group, Brave, that they organized, they're helping economic development. Brave is an acronym. You want to tell them what it is?
We change it a little bit all the time, so I don't know.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
But we're really focused on what you're talking about is what we can do around economic development in the county and taking it into education as well and the different facets that we could do just to support and help build things in Benzie County in the future.
And these people, I think, are serious people, and they put $30,000 towards the projects. So thank you very much. Sure.
Thank you so much for being here.
Okay,
Art, our very first voter that came in on Tuesday
yeah.
was from Benzie Central Schools, and he wanted to vote on the county administration, the millage. I didn't feel it was appropriate to ask that question, but I did give him one of the packets that Katie provided us in our meeting.
Just something similar, they have the news in, I think it was Gaylord, that it passed. So if, they had a similar situation, Gaylord.
Well, every county is faced with this, quite frankly.
Right, but
Right, we have one more question, Art, from Marianne.
Go ahead and sit down.
Thank
I
you.
just forgot. Where are you guys just going to townships? I mean, what kind of, she has a really good presentation.
Yeah.
Are you reaching out besides just township meetings? Like,
Townships,
Churches.
villages, any group that'll have us in, the Rotaries, we've been to both. We're
okay,
going to both political parties. We've been to one already, going to
Okay.
another one.
I'm thinking have like a,
Hot dog roast or something.
yeah, have a gala at the Garden Theater.
In July,
Invite everybody to come in and hear the spiel, grow Benzie, every place, because I'm a little concerned from what I'm hearing through the grapevine.
understood, a lot of it's about education. They don't understand that we're folding in 3 of the special
Exactly.
villages.
They need to hear that spiel. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to hear it.
We've got 13 special villages. I've always, since I've been a commissioner for 10 years,
Me too.
I've been in favor of rolling it down as much as we can.
Me
We're
too.
taking a lot of public safety, rolling it back into the general village. But to your point, Marianne, there is gonna be, and Katie will announce this at some point in time, but somewhere in July, we're trying to get closer to when the mail-in votes start going.
Okay,
We'll have a community meeting, probably a couple of them.
good.
I know we're thinking about the mill house, and we gotta have them strategically placed where people can get to it easily.
Really, yeah. I really think it's important. Just from the feel I'm getting out there. Everybody needs to hear it, because once they do, they understand it.
Those people that are in attendance, my report's back here, my contact information's on there, and I'll be glad to talk to anybody. If I could talk to everybody one-on-one, I'd like.
Yeah.
Thank you, we appreciate you. Okay. Moving on, shredding day for the township. Georgevich.
Okay, well, we here at the township have a lot of things that need to be shred.
Paperless government is not really paperless.
That's right. And I had heard that there had been some other areas that were having kind of a community shredding day, and I thought since we were going to bring them here, I'd investigate what it would take to do that. Benzonia Township has, I think this is their second year doing that, but they had a local company out of Traverse City, which actually I learned after that they have done shredding for our township. And they had priced out for a community shredding for us to have a 90-minute open to the public. It would be $1,500 for a 3-hour, it would be $2,400. And
No sense of what kind of turnout we would get.
that's, I'm not sure, I had the election inspectors here and a few of them thought it was a great idea and they thought they'd have it. So it would be if we got the information out, which we are just before having our newsletter go out, which it could be included in that if it was something we chose to do.
So if it's 90 minutes, then the person is going to be here while things are being shredded?
Yes, it's on site. They will shred it right here
In
at the
front of
time.
someone.
Correct.
So I
Because
drive
that
up
was
with my
important
box
to
of
me
stuff.
first for our stuff, to make sure that it was shred here and not taken somewhere, so.
50 minutes. I mean, if they have a big machine, you would think that's gonna be a lot, right?
Mhm.
But
It
we'd
is
have
a
to
big
get
machine.
any residents that want.
I think it's
be
more,
here.
I don't, I think it's more a 3 hour commitment rather than asking people hour and a half, even 3 hours is a pretty narrow window. but at
That's
least
your
it's like the
window to
morning.
be here,
Right.
right?
So I mean, I think it's a great idea. I'd go for the 3 hour.
I did put something in the newsletter, like a placeholder. I just put the date and time hasn't been set yet to watch the website and stuff. Since we don't have it set, but just to let
Well,
them
and
know.
actually, if it's something that we think it's something that we want to do, I was going to target June 19th because that would be just after our cleanup days. So that way we could also get information out then.
Give them a little.
Yeah,
Mhm.
hand it to them when they're pulling out.
I see what you're saying about 90 minutes not giving people much flexibility, but I just wondered, since this is our first time, should we go smaller and just see how it goes?
I'd almost think maybe go the opposite. I mean, it is another $900. But go the more and then you can see what you really need. I don't know. What do you think?
That hour and a half. All right, I've been here for cleanup days and I've helped for however many years, and I always think about that long line and trying to get people through in an hour and a half. It's completely different. 3 hours seems like a better time frame because if we set it for 9 to 10:30, that's just a very narrow window.
If it was just us and our stuff, fine, just do it.
Well, our
But if
stuff's
we're-
gonna be before or after the community, right?
10 to 1.
Maybe on a Saturday, so we're leaning towards the 3. Any opinions?
And they don't do weekends. So it would be a
Okay.
Monday or a Friday.
Okay.
I think the question is, are people gonna sit there and I mean, it's this big monster unit, they just dump it in and away it goes. Are people gonna want us, I mean, if they are really over, can I just set their boxes, stuff there?
Yeah, would they leave it and feel comfortable?
Right, or do like, no, I wanna watch. my
Or do
stuff.
they throw it in the burn barrel at home? That's,
I'd say, I would do I vote 10-1.
We
Yeah.
don't really know. That's why we have to just
Yeah.
try something and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I think, when we read this, $1 million, I think this is a good service that we can offer people.
Let's try it.
you know?
So I think Friday would be better than a Monday, maybe.
Yeah, and the June 19th happens to be a Friday.
Oh, good.
Somebody's already been thinking of this.
Would they like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we have CDM mobile shredding come on June 19th for a 3-hour community shred for $2,400 from 10 to 1.
If they can do those hours.
With that, or any other discussion? That'll be a roll call.
Joel Quine,
I,
Penny Georgievich, aye. Kyle Orr, Marianne Goodman.
Aye.
Mary Pitcher.
Aye.
yeah, I think it's critical that we just on the dump day of that, we hand out something then. Just to update them.
People know some-
Make a little square paper.
Yeah, and whoever's entertaining a beer at the door, they can even talk to them about it too.
To, talk about it, manage. Thing out there too.
Okay, thanks for bringing that to us. Great idea.
My pleasure.
Remind me, well, if we double check and confirm this quickly, we can get it exactly in the newsletter too.
I will
Let
have
me
it
know by then.
confirmed first thing tomorrow morning because I had already targeted, so June 19th, so you would have, and the only thing I didn't have was the time frame, and she had everything open, so.
Next up, cyber liability added to insurance. Penny.
Yes, getting a chance to review our renewal certificate. One of the things that I noticed is on our policy, we have cyber liability coverage excluded. In today's day and age, this is something that we should have. I gave you kind of the quotes, I did some brief checking on what's the typical claim for liability insurance, and it's usually under 100,000. The caveat is unless it involves residential, people information, any type of payroll, people thing, financial stuff, that's where it gets extensive, because if we release public information, there can be fines, lawsuits that go with that. So it was kind of surprising on first I was a little surprised at the cost. I had no idea what it would be, but I do think that this is something important that the township should have.
Did Paul have a advisement on which one we should go with?
Paul was thinking that it was not important.
That we don't need the insurance anyway.
He said he doesn't have many people that go for it.
I mean,
The question is, what data does the township have in terms of, so security numbers, like, how much personal data do you actually have of the residents and other, I mean, employees?
Yeah, the residents.
Public information,
mention,
yeah, so.
you had commented when we talked about this the other day that, if they're, lock a computer out or, they,
Yeah, you get one of those
because we're
emails,
backed
ransomware.
backed up to on a daily basis. So, I mean, I don't, these seem just for the McAfee and things like that, you're getting $1 million in, and this is 500,000. It just, I mean, if it's the equipment or the virus, something like I don't.
Not sure what you're saying.
It doesn't, it seems like a lot of money for not much coverage. That's what it seems like. So I mean, if it's going to be for hardware, computer that we have in the office, that virus is taken over and then suddenly we can't utilize them anymore. But our data is all backed up.
Well, it's
I'm not sure what.
I mean, there's cyber liability covers for many different things as far as whether they shut down our computers to where we no longer have to access it and we have to do that. But then also there's the ability for them to gain information. I'm trying to think. I don't know what protection BSNA. BSNA is where we would have social security numbers. We have our financial information.
Again, most of it's public information.
It's not social security numbers.
Right.
Right, and that's like the pay of our employees.
Well, we have social security numbers for everyone who has ever worked here. Well, or
You never get rid of that stuff. Is it all on the computer?
Mhm.
I mean, if it's in paper.
in payroll.
Different, okay. I'm just looking through this, the very first page.
Township, or do you pay a separate company to do? You do your own.
We do our own payroll.
Very
No.
front page here, it says the highlights of the policy include bodily injury liability, property damage liability.
I think
That
you're looking at
confuses
your,
me.
I think you're looking at your general policy that you have. And then they're saying, she just highlighted where the cyber liability is excluded. Right, I think this is like our debt page of what we currently have.
Oh, I,
And
because the
then,
top says
and then
other
the cell
liability.
sheets are below it. Cyber.
Maybe we wait and look around if we're not sure. I mean,
I just feel like I don't really know enough. about
Yeah, I don't.
what we're
even
doing.
reach out to other townships. Is this something everybody does? Do we,
That's something I did not do, so I would be happy to check further into
I'll
it.
give you my 2 cents.
Mhm.
So I have, for the business, I have a cyber policy, it's relatively new. Very expensive. There are still a lot of things that they do not cover. Right? There are some big things that they do. And you can, $500,000 can be chewed up real
Yeah.
quick, okay?
Right.
I don't know how much exposure we have here, me with my credit card machines and all this, that's different.
Mhm.
right?
But the way of the world is my daughter was just trying to sell a desk for $50 on Marketplace. It was a scammer immediately. That's where all the crime is today, is in cyber. So that's what we think about. I think we look at it. I think we ask this guy some more questions, and because a lot of people aren't paying for it, they don't know what they're paying for yet. I think we have to have a better understanding of really what would be covered and what wouldn't be covered, because there still is a lot on the cyber policies they don't cover. So I think we should get a little more in depth.
So let's give Penny some direction as to
Yeah.
what we want to know. I mean,
I will check with other townships to see what they have. I'll follow back up with Paul to find out what he can.
That's my
So,
biggest
but then-
sticking point is Paul does this insurance for many, many years for many, many municipalities. And he's saying, yeah, most don't.
Don't use it.
Two of us are right here.
can we call on,
Alberta.
we're gonna call him the president. of
Do you have
Alberta.
cybersecurity in Alberta? Or do you have a policy? Okay, thank you. Who else?
I believe we do.
All
We're in a community conversation here. Kim, do you have-
Yeah, but at Bacon too. We did it at Bacon because they were hit nonprofits.
It's becoming more and more common.
Right.
It really is.
Well, and now AI is being used a lot more, and that's where there's a lot of things that we don't know enough about.
I would just like to see the breakdown.
Yep.
Right, the policy.
Yeah.
And then,
Penny, ask if
That's right.
it covers if someone taps into your bank accounts. Like if, you know, if they.
Good question. Where,
They
this is
break
Michelle
into your
Irwin.
bank account.
So ask if they could, if it covers if they hack into our bank account.
Yep, that's what I'm just
Okay.
reading that.
what the limit is.
So some more research and bring it back next month.
I
Can you
absolutely
spare
will.
time?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, summer road patrol, you saw the email from Sheriff Rosa. He does not have any deputies to provide us with summer road patrol this summer. He's actually down one deputy, or at least he was up till a week ago. So, and there really are no other options. He's like, well, it's not like Walmart where you just hire a security guard and they can give out speeding tickets. So, I researched the speed limit signs, which I think are really gonna be a great idea. I spent a fair amount of time. Either company, the shipping is about 45 days, so I'm hoping that you're comfortable making a decision tonight. There was a bit of a disparity in prices. Just today, I got an updated quote from All Traffic Solutions. She reduced the amount by over 1,000.
Where do you want them placed?
Well, we have the option of moving them, so they,
Oh, this is the trailer.
no, well, it's not a trailer, it's gonna attach to a post.
Like they have an honors, take
And-
that stream, that little, something like
So
that.
we can move them if we wish. It's recommended to put them on a speed limit sign because then you've already got the speed limit there and then you see the sign. It would be our maintenance person that would be setting them up and moving them. Quite a difference in price. I've talked to both sales reps quite a bit, and I really feel that the All Traffic Solutions is the better product. Sales rep for them was located in Michigan, and she had good questions like, you know, state roads versus county roads, and she knew Michigan. The other company is from Canada, and their salesperson was not very responsive. The All Traffic Solution, which is the more expensive one that I tend to favor, anticipated lifespan 10 years or more, 3-year warranty, battery life, average 5 years. Traffic Logic, the Canadian company, is a 2-year warranty, anticipated lifespan 5 to 10 years. On both of them, the price includes everything but the pole. So it's a solar panel and then a rechargeable battery. I didn't get the lifespan of the rechargeable battery from Traffic Logic.
How much are those, do you know, if you have a breakdown somewhere where it sucks about the replacement battery?
It's not broken out here. I don't know if it's broken out here. So, several, like the Village of Alberta, I talked to Jen Wilkins, they have traffic logic and they're happy with it. Benzonia Township and a couple other units have all traffic solutions. He's come with training. Jason Bernard and Benzonia offered that he, could help train if needed, with the all traffic solution one. And, oh yeah, the woman from all traffic, for example, knew that, over 40 miles an hour, you need to have a 15-inch sign, whereas the Canadian woman didn't have that kind of information, so. There you go, that's what I know. I would recommend 2, and then we can move them around. Certainly, there's a need on Crystal Drive, Dead Spring
Yeah.
Road. It can be moved. On M22, we need permission from MDOT, but that's not problematic to get it. The other roads, the sheriff just gave it his blessing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have done 22 anywhere, but I think it's a great idea.
Any thoughts?
Well, I was gonna say, the fact that we're not gonna have our regular patrol, we want to do something. It seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Kyle?
Well,
I actually think it's really necessary that
what were we spending before? Were we contributing anything to an officer? How much was that?
So last
Yeah.
year, with the speed trailer and the road patrol together, we spent $12,541 for the season.
Season, so we spend 10,000, we get it for 3 years for. Now.
And maybe hopefully in the future, the sheriff will have enough deputies to bring somebody back, but either way, we'll have these that we own.
Did this, and looking at the pictures that, some of them have the flash that makes you think there's a camera. Yeah.
All Traffic Solutions has a camera, which I didn't know that we need. I mean, a camera, she said if somebody steals your sign, I said, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could write up down.
Ticket.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like.
I think it's a good safety thing for our residents. I mean, if it slows anybody down, just seeing them.
Yeah, I believe it.
There's so much traffic and summer traffic and, baby carriages and people walking dogs. Maybe we can get to our insurance company and see if we get any kind of a grant or reimbursement for them, because it is a safety thing. Probably worth looking into if they'll give us more money on something like that.
It's a great idea. I want to ask Josh, do you have any of these radar signs?
Good too.
And I
I can
mean,
tell you what they are.
okay,
They're solar though, versus a battery. They work pretty well even in shaded areas.
Well, these are solar.
both of these would be solar. Well, it's a
Solar
rechargeable
charges the
Battery,
right,
try same time use that.
But if we want them in place for summer, I'm hoping they're comfortable making a decision.
I think it's kind of an investment. We go with the one that we think is quality and we're gonna get the better service from too. Instead of immediately going for the lower ones. When you've talked to these people and done the research, I would take your word for it and go with the one that you feel is gonna be best for us.
Like a
The
motion.
two that are gonna be
I
best for
will
us.
make a motion that we. Get all traffic solutions. Sign, yeah, for 2 sign,
Put the dollar amount in there, please.
For a quote.
well, the quote
Is it quote? Of course.
is 10,126.64.
Who's supporting? Rams.
I'll support it.
Motion by Klein, supported by Goodman. Any further discussion?
Little discussion, we are. Probably going to, I'm guessing, have the maintenance person move this around at the direction of the supervisor? Does that make
I
sense?
think that makes sense.
Somebody has to
What do you
be
all
in
think?
charge of where we're putting it.
I can tell you, I sure get a lot of complaints on Crystal Drive.
We've heard them.
It's,
But, I mean, obviously move around, but,
Yeah.
okay. That's all I
I
wanted to
think
just
it's
kind of
worth
touch on.
mentioning though. It has to be the posted, right, because everybody on Crystal Drive wants it slower. It has to be the posted, whatever the state grant says it's the posted speed. We cannot say that it's,
Ours is just gonna tell them the speed they're going.
Tell what speed they're
oh,
going.
that's all it is. On mounted to the speed sign. That's
Right.
Got it.
It says 35, it's gonna like flash at you if you're going 40. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, it's a great day. I mean, with all of the walkers right now, it's critical.
Scary.
Yeah.
Especially without a road patrol this summer. Let's go.
I think we're ready for roll call.
Kayla Orr,
Aye.
Joel Klein,
I,
Mary Pitcher,
Aye.
Marianne Goodman.
Aye.
Penny Georgevich, aye.
Right, thank you. On to, let's call doors, Penny.
When we had our fire walkthrough month and a half ago, one of the things that was kind of reviewed is all of our doors. We don't have any, the panic bars that are there for quick access. In fact, the door that's in the office area opens in. So there are some things that probably need to be updated. So we had Allen Supply had contracted with Grand Traverse Construction to come out and take a look at our doors. And this was an estimate that they provided. The first is for the front entry here. This would be put in, it's, though it only says on just the first one, panic bar is on all three of them. Couple options that they had was for an arm that just pulls the door closed. The other is for a way to prop it open. I think with the front door, that's used very rarely, that we don't really need something that props it open, but that gives you the definition of what the EDA arm with closer is, just something that pulls the door shut, and then the ability to hold it open. So those will be options that will be on all of them. The second one is for the office entry. This would be very similar to the door that we have. It will look similar to the door that we have here, except I'm trying to think, we won't have the screen door thing that's on there. Instead, there'll be a window, and the option is for with just a window or being able to have that window vented. Because right now, currently what we have is we leave the exterior door open and then put a screen in the storm
Screen
door.
door,
Yeah, the screen door.
Could this also be propped open?
This could also be propped open, yes.
I sure would be in favor of the window that lets some air in personally.
The one that was most complicated is this door here. Since we had the work done a year or so ago where they kind of raised the edge of that building up, it kind of adjusted the door, and there's cracks in the block just above it. So they were concerned, and right now, currently the door is kind of pushing its way out. There's probably about an inch gap between the frame on the exterior part and also on the interior. It's kind of separated, or whatever that, I don't know, the part that stays on the wall that you open. Yeah, door jamb there, thank you. They thought that there could be a chance that if they pull that door out, the blocks above it may come down. Which then would increase the
Let's make sure
cost of that.
Send somebody video.
Is anybody telling us we have to do this right now?
Have to, it's always
The store is really not up to fire code.
Is anybody telling us we have to do this right now?
Nope.
We have had these suggestions before, every time we have an inspection, because I've been in these meetings where it's been suggested before.
$12,000.
It might be more than
Wait, where are we?
it breaks off.
Oh. Wow.
Or I mean, it's also an option, we don't have to do all three, I suppose.
Well, part of my thought, I mean, that. Not that I'm saying tear the building down, right? This is a much older building. And, I mean, if we get into this, then there's the bathrooms, I mean. You know, I mean, it's like. Where do we stop and all
You
that?
do the whole thing.
So, I would pause, I potentially can get another. Maybe another.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bids on this, I mean, Grand Traverse Construction, that's, yeah, I know they build really big things. This is a really small project for them. So. No, I'm sure that
Happy to do that, yes.
might be bid that way.
More work for you.
Sorry.
It's just a couple phone calls and, yeah.
I understand that ingress egress and we have safety lights and. Nobody's telling us we have to do this.
No.
right now.
No.
When I hear about like panic bars and doors that open easily and all that, I think one for this room.
Mhm.
Not
Got more
like,
people.
like the front, I mean,
Yeah.
we never use it. If there's, oh my gosh, suddenly that thing burst
I
into
would
flames.
think that would.
we go
be-
that way.
That would be if there's this is our gathering room, if there's a specific door.
It would have the most people in it that
Yes.
need to get out quickly,
But
if
I
anything.
understand the logic of it.
But-
Okay. I'm hearing
Perfect.
that we want another
On
proposal.
hold for now.
Yes.
I guess if,
No,
honey, you're gonna look into that, or if you want help with it, just let me know.
I will do that.
Me too.
Thanks.
Township Hall roof,
Mm.
when the tree came down, it punched a hole in the roof, our tree person patched the hole, did a really good job, but it's not professionally patched, and, Charlie Brooks of Brooks Roofing gave us, if you have an email in your packet, an estimate. First of all, he did an analysis of the roof and, said that we have about 10+ years of life left in the roof, which was good news. His cost to repair the hole would be $560. I didn't get any other bids. I can if you need me to. Charlie, when it was an emergency situation, Charlie like dropped what he's doing and came right up here. And I know I think you've used him before. I've had him at my house and he looked at my roof and said, "You don't need a new roof." And I'm like, "It's good to be."
Yeah.
So he's not out to like
Right.
get us.
Consider a reasonable
No.
price.
yeah,
Yeah.
Reputable, we don't have
Just go ahead
to.
and do it.
yeah.
Let's have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we engage Brooks Roofing to repair the roof from the wind damage at the earlier this spring.
Second that.
Or supported by Joe Goodman,
And that's for the dollar amount, 560, yeah.
560.
Yeah.
Or something.
Any other discussion? Let's do roll call. Okay.
Mary Pitcher.
Aye.
Penny Georgievich. Aye. Mary Ann Goodman.
Aye.
Joel Klein.
I,
Kyle Orr.
I'll take that. Okay, park plaque, formation and kiosk. I think Mary Ann's taking the lead on this.
Since I'm on the
committee.
since I'm on the park committee now. Well, the kiosk. I'm gonna bring it up again until we decide something. We kick it down the road constantly. Right now, that kiosk is looking really, really rough. Not quite falling apart, but there's options. I just grabbed a couple of them quick and you have a couple of things, we can get the plastic, I don't know what to call it. The stuff that looks like wood, fiberboard, whatever, the things that are gonna last forever.
Yeah.
We can get those. They're gonna hold up better than wood, I think. They cost a lot of money. We'd have to see what size we want and all that kind of stuff. Do we want one? Do we want two? If we're gonna do something, look to the future. Do we want to move them different places? We need to take better track of, the backside of the one that's down there now has old stuff in it from 10 years ago, it's all in bad shape. Honestly, after going down there and looking at it and thinking about it and stuff like that, I'm pretty much moved to the camp of let's get rid of it. but I know I'm just bringing this up again, okay? Right now, we have 648 plaques in it. Some of them are getting old, they're wearing, they look bad. In the past, since I've worked here, we've taken some down and have them made again and put them back up. And somebody donates money to the park and we say, if you donate $25, we will have a plaque made. We're not selling that plaque to these people. Okay, let's all make sure we realize we don't sell plaques. Are we then promising that we are going to keep a pretty packed plaque down there in perpetuity for these people? Food for thought, okay? I just
Yeah,
want to put that.
It was a very good point.
Okay, so we need to think about that. If we decide to go into actually redoing it, getting something, new, fancy, whatever, then we'll have more discussions about how big and where to place it. What I also want to touch on tonight is the donations. If we're going to continue that, it's been $25. If you donate $25 and you want a plaque, we will provide one. Do we want to increase that?
If we're gonna buy a new kiosk, I bet we do.
Yes.
Then we need to decide that, we need to kind of figure that out. We're gonna continue, then.
Pardon?
Forever.
The 90.
It has, as far as anybody can remember, it's been 25.
I know, this is expensive, don't know. I'm still of the camp of, we move that to a platform where people can, an archive of donations. Because if
Have a link on the website.
even if we say $100 and you get a plaque, well, now we're still in the business of maintaining plaques, and we're gonna have this.
Exactly, some decisions, in 40 years, are we
Yeah.
gonna have those plaques down there? The one of me and my ex, that's still down there.
There is a fee to remove it.
If you try to scratch it off already.
Seven. I'll gladly do it. But, like, you see my point is like, okay, how long are we gonna keep doing this? So. Anyway, I think it needs to be brought up again because it's been brought up a lot in the last few years and we've gotten nowhere. So I challenged the board to go down there and look at the kiosk, look at the park. If you like the kiosk and think we should continue it, do we want to keep it where it is? Do we want to go to the future? Probably not, but I don't know. Or
Could
do you think we could not do it? Because I don't know.
I mean, that's the big decision. I think we'll find agreement on other things, but do we want to continue to do plaques or not? I think it's. I'm gonna call on a couple members of the audience if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Sally?
For some people whose loved ones have died, their name down there because they loved to go there, they went swimming there, they spent years there, they canoed years there. And when you go by and you see their name on the flag, it means something to you. So I don't know about people that are still alive being down there, but I know from my perspective that knowing their name is in a place where I actually put some of their ashes is very meaningful. Let me put it that way. And it's meaningful then to the grandchildren that come later when you show it to them and they have another memory of that important person in their life.
I'm guessing that we have other residents who will have similar feelings. Michelle, did you have something to say?
I can't really top that.
Oh, I didn't want to put that.
My thought was you do a newsletter, you can always have a permanent section in the newsletter, thanking people that have donated and you do it every quarter or whatever. But it's not
on the
gonna have
website.
that you're talking about, if it's in a paper newsletter, email.
Right, no, it's important to a lot of people whose family has passed away that loved the mud.
I'm guessing we have residents that agree with Sally's opinion. Mark, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I passed out, something like a board with 3 panels on it. And, when I was looking at the park, I thought maybe we could put something in the corner or closest to the parking lot, away from the beach, but where you can wander and, and doesn't block the view of the dunes or the sunset or anything, so. If we did something like that, we could, put those plaques on there, but I think it should be an easier system. Maybe where plaques are just, like they're slid into a panel or something like that, rather than having these individual different little screws put in, which are time consuming to put in, so I put them in, but something that it could even be on a street board or something with all the people's names on it. And then you said, something else to that, I don't know.
I'm thinking, if we decide to continue with the plaques, I'd like Mark in on the park committee meeting when you're choosing a kiosk to recommend, but how are we gonna decide if we wanna continue to do them is the big decision.
Well, there's 5 of us, I think we'd have to do a majority or something. I don't know. We could, and it's gonna be tricky. We could say, we've taken down the plaques. If you would like yours back, let us know which one. We will try to get it to you. You could pick them up. We have some people, it's the same, like the Smiths, and there's like 5 of them down there because they donate, and every year they fill out the little thing that they want a plaque. Okay, so for 50 more years, and we redo them as they get old. I mean, people could take the plaque and put it someplace at their house nice or something if they want. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I mean, I know that's different, but
I think the plaque idea is a good idea, except I think that it just has to be done in a different way. It can be a plaque, but it just has to be done easily so it can be put in or, maintained. So it doesn't have to be constantly be changed and updated and stuff like that. It just should, it's a different format. It's almost like having like a cubicle or something like, but if you collect golf balls, you put golf balls in the individual slot. I'm thinking if you went with a plaque, I think the people want the plaque. I think they want to see it. It means something to the residents. And so they want to see the plaque. But then I'm saying, like Mary Ann's saying, so you want maintenance or how do we take care of it? So it can be something like a plaque, but then it's easily maintained.
well, yeah, at first the committee wanted like something like electronic or something, or like you scan something and see it. That's what they brought to the board last time, right? Wasn't it some,
Yes.
something like that, which is, you don't have to maintain them.
So there's another weight pivot, there's a lot of bricks. Yeah, you could do a brick, reconfigure your parking lot down the way, and now all of a sudden you have something that's.
Wait till I
You've removed-
retire.
You've removed an impervious service.
It's your own committee.
Surface water. There you go, right? Josh, you like that?
Okay,
Have a little rain
So,
garden.
I just wanted to bring this back to the board.
No.
We're gonna get way off topic. Just kind of bringing it back up,
All right.
everybody look, think, and we will keep discussing.
If we did go to, I'm not suggesting that we remove the plaques, because I understand the importance. If one could have a granite etched, sort of a headstone, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's there for the long haul. It's gonna be there. You go to a cemetery at 200 years, it's still there. If we did make some sort of change, I'm just, again, throwing this out there, that maybe we would, like Sally, you already have something, but say, hey, we're gonna go to this new, would you be interested, in, maybe $100 or something, if there's something that's gonna make it more permanent, than going forward in the future. Because maybe that's something that we ask, if we come up with a brick, or just use a brick for an example.
Why are we gonna brick anything down there?
Just,
That sounds like.
no, but it's something that's a little more permanent. I don't know.
Boring people.
Yeah, I'm just,
What survey?
yeah.
I just, that little thing they filled out never said, we are gonna take care of this
Forever.
forever.
That's what.
They're
people-
little pieces of plastic,
Yeah.
they get beat up down there.
I'm gonna call it Art for a minute.
Only because you opened it up to the public, a couple of thoughts. I don't really have a solution for you. But I want you to think about this as you're contemplating it. First, it's not about the donation. that is a memorial.
Yes.
And you really need to think hard about how would I treat a memorial? Not the fact that they only donated $25, because quite frankly, probably should have gotten more than $25 back in the day anyway. And there's always the opportunity to say, okay, we're starting a new program, so the rest of them, they live on, but then you want to start a new program. Because some of those names on there, you aren't even know how to get all of them. You know, I mean, these are family members that maybe they don't come anymore, but what I want to stress is that, and I'm sure you're probably gonna sign it out to the Parks Department, is that don't think of this as somebody made a $25 contribution. Somebody created a memorial
Right.
because it was important to them at the time.
It's sacred.
Yeah, thank you for that.
And a sacred place.
Yeah.
Do that first.
Right.
Okay. Do you think there's any, should we ask our residents? Do a little survey?
Letter, have them vote.
Well, that's, I'm just wondering, I mean, with what Art said, going forward as far as a new program, and then we can find out a way to memorialize what we currently have. Whether it's, a board that all those are laid out, epoxied, and then finding out where that board will be placed, whether it's part of the next kiosk, who knows, but then finding a new program going forward. But I know we're also do we not put anything in the newsletter about park donations? Because we wouldn't want to,
Give a mixed signal. And
right,
go in one direction potentially. Because we're committing if we take that money now to the existing.
Okay, the only other thing I wanted to touch on is if we do change the amount, we could say, okay, if we make it $50, are people not going to donate because it's more money? That's a possibility. Currently, the donations that we get down there are roughly $1,000 a year. So if we were to double it, we'd only need half the amount of people to still get there. If it's $1,000, Riverside matches that $1,000. Anything up to, if it's $800, they match the 800. If it's more than that, they still match 1,000. I don't know. So the most we'd be missing if we didn't do it was my point to that would be like $1,000, $2,000 a year. I don't need to make light of, but I don't know. I guess we need to decide if we want to continue, we need a new, better kiosk. And maybe we find new plaques that do something different, I don't.
So do we suspend it, to your point, for a year? So,
No idea.
Why don't we think on it for a little?
Yeah.
But do we want to suspend it in the meantime?
yeah, in the meantime, take it out.
Well, because I usually put a little slip in the newsletter and then people cut that thing off and we get a lot of donations this right now. Well, yeah, I know, last minute.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I think we're not getting anywhere.
Nope.
Moving.
Because I don't know if there's a right, right,
Yeah.
that's the problem, there's not a right answer.
I'm at a loss. All right, moving on, unfinished business. So was it October? Yes, in October, and then just last month, I believe, we adopted 2 zoning ordinance amendments. And in order for them to be legally part of the ordinance, they needed to be published in the newspaper within 15 days, or a summary of them within 15 days, and that did not happen. And I am looking for motions to essentially readopt motions that we had adopted in September and October and last. So the first one is actually John Rothar had written this language, article. Just trying to make sure I do it right.
No, I was gonna say the first one is the one that we did last month.
Okay. So that is the dockage.
These are both.
In fact, we passed these, but we need to do it again to be legal.
Okay.
It's essentially adding G and H and changing the definition of a structure, lit docks are 10 feet from the property line.
And create and say docks are considered.
No, I think F and G.
So if we're still okay with this as we pass
This one from this date says it's adding F and G. This thing I have in front of me says G and H.
Wait, so, but they're two different.
I'm confused again. I mean, is this the,
It's because they were two separate. They were in two
it says it
separate.
was adopted April 2nd. And it added F and G,
Which is,
which is G and H on here, so I'm. So. So what happened to
on my camera.
E or F? Oh.
I the wetland one?
Yes, what?
Well,
No,
No.
No.
Oh, I'm.
this is the
I'm
dock.
sorry, both docks.
It's above docks limitations.
Okay,
We added
this
F
is
and
only got the
G.
two, so we can't see how it. This one says F, it says all docs, this one says G, says all, this should this just be F and G? I don't know.
Are you able to help us, Jeff?
Yeah, the one.
Oh,
that-
thinking, did we fix it to where this one was right, but then.
So.
Sorry.
That's my first one. Let's see.
No, I don't wanna have to redo this a third time.
I don't know where that came from. That's the minutes.
I don't know, this says that, so I'm assuming that's the one we're redoing, so it says it was adopted.
The language, the same.
So is this little piece of paper just wrong? I don't know.
Language is the same. We just need to know if it's F and G or G and H.
Right, cause
Yeah,
then we're missing a paragraph somewhere, if it's, you know what I mean?
Gosh, just looking it up.
You not have the final copy already on?
We wouldn't be asking you
yeah.
if we knew for sure.
Where did this come from?
We added.
This is what we had last month.
Okay, but this is what we approved last month.
Mark, you don't have it. You don't have it.
I'm looking
Right?
for, too, I'm looking for the minutes, from Maureen. Cause she had it
Oh,
right,
yeah, that'll be in the
Yes.
minutes.
she had it right.
Hmm. The planning commission had it right.
Well, I think there was a little,
Oh, yeah, in the minutes.
that would have been a little bit. Looks like this is coming back. I think it was in two different places.
Oh, it just says as presented, it doesn't say.
Sorry, folks, we're almost there.
I can go grab the planning commission minutes.
Or just grab the ordinance. But we can see what letter we ended on.
That,
And
back
I-
to the same issue.
That one says it was adopted and it says F and G. Why this one says G and H then? Well, what did this think F was? No. Ooh,
Sorry, we're gonna take a 5-minute recess. So do you mind turning owl off? We're taking a recess. Thank you. Not going anywhere. Thank you.
or on this one. The F and G, and then, but this shows that we had all passed this last
Well,
month.
It was
So-
just confirmed that the letters are supposed to be G and H, so as it was in your packet, I would entertain a motion.
But there would be, where's the F?
There's another bullet in the ordinance.
I can see what you're looking at. I can let you know.
I don't have-
yeah, we're like, where's the,
I would entertain a motion to amend the zoning ordinance Article 2 definitions to include dock and dockages as structures. And also to amend section 3.1, 3.11 to add the following 2 bullets, G and H. G is all docks, both hoist, swim rafts must be 10 feet or more from the lot
Who's the
lines
one
from the
that's missing?
extended property lines in the water. I'm making a motion. H is lights to eliminate docks must be shielded or down facing to reduce glare and avoid disrupting wildlife.
Just permitted.
All those sections
We're
that
missing something.
were,
There's a
Missing E.
motion on the floor without a support.
Yeah, I don't,
Sorry, I don't like it anyway.
I'm still a little lost. The
Yeah.
G and A, I mean, they would still mean I'm missing an F, I don't see.
No, there's a bullet F that's in the ordinance. Which
It's
says-
That says
It's
no
E,
docks or
no,
dockages
no,
are permitted.
E is the one that's missing from here.
So
E is
F,
here.
F in the ordinance says no dock or dockages are permitted at stub road ends, public accesses or access walkways.
And that's E here.
And that's E here. So this E, what should have been E is dock and dockages privileges are not severable from the lot to which they are
So they-
appurtenant and may not be separated, sold, leased, assigned, or otherwise alienated, conveyed, or encumbered.
So they deleted that one and that's what we're adopting too, that one's not in this, right? Is that what you just told me?
No, we're not deleting. We're only adding.
No, no, it's just this sheet. This
Just
sheet
doesn't have a
is
pair.
wrong, correct.
Okay, so we shouldn't be
Where were they?
proving that then, right?
And we're,
That's what happened is like they didn't have the letters correct.
Right.
We didn't amend anything above, but it got.
It
Well,
just
correct.
didn't get typed up correct.
so
That,
Type of
this document is
I
correct.
second it.
Yes. Second, okay, supported by Orr. Thank you.
Who is the motion by?
Me.
Okay, another amendment?
So as it was in the packet.
Actually, I have the flight, I don't know where the sheet.
That's what that, that's. It
was- it
was
was
the
a-
same one we got stuck. Leave it zero.
Joel, do you follow what's on the floor, what the motion is on the table?
So this is what I'm saying here. These two are
We're
going.
just out of order, yeah, so now the G and E, there's things above it that we weren't amending, we didn't.
Right, I
change
do.
it.
I still don't think.
But
that
I
we
have
went
all-
in.
They got that out of order,
Already
they got
got it.
out of order. Now, what we just did, the G and H,
Right.
that's the correct order. That doesn't, so then we didn't amend anything above that in the second. We even got a
Yes.
section
Should not be. what
above,
we
I believe.
signed.
Am I right, Josh? It was, we started pulling the
That's
the
not the one
stub
that's
ends.
missing.
and
I
things
got
like
you.
now it's-
This is not-
Yeah.
There's so many conversations going on, you guys.
no, the version you're looking at has the modified
Correct.
about the dockages.
Just for that section alone.
So we are essentially requiring a 10-foot setback of docks from property lines, and we talk about lights illuminating must be shielded down.
And there are, for the road ends and things like that, there are other sections that. Declaration. That specific section.
So are we still trying to roll both of these into one vote here?
We're
The
talking-
definitions and the other thing?
We're doing the definition, we're doing definitions of structure and adding G and H.
All in one vote is my question.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah, I mean, I approved it last
Okay,
time.
okay, all
I
right.
just
Um,
would like to see the.
do you want a roll call? No, it's E. Okay. Everybody clear? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye,
One opposed?
I'm opposed.
Okay.
I don't think we're ready for it. I don't think the details are worked out.
And you good?
I'm good, yes.
The next one is the wetlands amendment, basically, as I said, I wrote this language, it was approved by our attorney as well. So it's, from the September 18th minutes. Let me make the motion.
Yeah.
We'll make the motion, to amend the zoning ordinance to add, The amendment adds the following language. F, building setbacks, any structure or part thereof shall have a minimum setback from the boundary of any wetland of 35 feet, and such setback applies to all zoning districts. G, land use permit, a land use permit as specified in section 14.3 shall be required prior to commencing any land clearing, vegetation removal, regrading, or filling of land or other site preparation if such activity will occur on any parcel in the township that consists in whole or in part of any environmentally sensitive area as defined by section 3.18B. The applicant for the land use permit must physically mark wetland boundaries, and the zoning administrator shall require proof that the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy approved the wetland delineation. That's.
I'm gonna, oh, she's gonna grab it, okay.
There's a motion on the floor.
Okay, and we need to change the ordinance number.
I will second that. We're waiting to make sure because it wasn't done at the time. There's been other ordinances, so it's not going to be number
Yeah.
one. We're going to make sure we have the correct number this time.
2025, it was no. Oh, it's, I'm sorry.
Right.
But because we didn't do it completely, we've had
Yeah,
other
no,
ones.
it's gotta be.
Good.
Well, even if we make it 2025, we need to make sure we have the correct number. So are we making it 25 or 26?
It's, well, we're adopting it tonight, so it's 2026.
Okay, so there you
Wait,
go.
what, was this the October 2nd?
October 2nd, 2025 meeting.
If we're adopting it tonight, we're gonna change that to 26.
Oh,
So
got it,
that's
got it,
our
got it.
26 number that we need.
The wetlands would be 2026-02. You just support.
I did. We're waiting for a number to make sure. Why do you think it's 02?
Well, because we just did it in this order, we did the
Okay.
package first. or
I just don't know if we did any in January. I mean, have
We
we done
don't.
anything?
We don't
Okay.
have any.
So dockages 2026-01, wetlands is 2026-02.
We just amended ordinance. We didn't make,
Right.
so that
Amended
was
both of
a
them.
one, right? Right?
Oh. I was just going by what John had done last year.
I mean, we just amended the zoning ordinance. So that didn't have to have a,
So it doesn't have
that's
to
not
have
an
an ordinance.
ordinance. We should have said what.
And
ordinance we
20,
were amending.
well, and 2025-01 is the one that we are amending.
So I think that it should say like Township Ordinance Amendment number 2026-01 and Amendment number 2026-02. Josh Mills, do you agree with that?
Oh, this is a new ordinance, so amended.
No, I was reading something on here.
Okay, okay. I'm trying to make sure we have the
So
right
it's-
number, so we get it all.
Honey, are you okay?
So is
One
this,
and
this
two?
is an amendment of the ordinance 2025-01.
I would just say across the top, under State of Michigan Lake Township Ordinance Amendment number 2026-01.
Okay.
Amendment number 2026-02.
So the one we're trying to do right now is 02.
Yes. And it's the wetlands.
Six. Sure.
Any other discussion?
No.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carried. Let's do patience, everyone. What about that? When the clerk is ready.
I'm sorry, and I did not get who made the motion.
Mary made the motion and I seconded.
Okay, thank you.
Right? Yeah.
Thank you.
All eyes.
Yes. That sheet is still over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Order's all set.
Are you ready for correspondence? Ms. Boss?
All right, incoming. We did have from Rebecca Hubers, who had sent out the information that the Benzie County had issued a declaration of emergency. It is now included in the state declaration for severe storms and flooding. This was from the flooding from April 14th, 2026. They do have a self-supporting survey for those that have had damage that if anyone is in need of that, there is a website to record that damage, so that way it can be included in what they're submitting to the state. I already mentioned about the Save-A-Lot recycling bins have been removed. We got newsletters from Benzonia Public Library, Benzie Senior Resource, and we got a thank you from the Benzie Area Historical Society. And there is also the dedication ceremony at the Benzie Area Historical Society. There's a dedication ceremony for the new Archibald Jones Historical Research Center, June 6th at 2 p.m. And that will be at the Historical Museum.
The center is gonna be at the museum?
The dedication ceremony. And then outgoing communication have just been emails to the election inspectors who are coming up for new training, and also our fire barn rental invoice. And that's it.
I've got two quick announcements. U.S. Fish and Wildlife, Loon Lake is going to be sprayed for sea lamprey sometime between May 19th and May 28th.
You say Loon Lake?
Loon Lake.
What did I say?
Loon Lake.
Loon, yes.
Right, river.
It's getting late.
No,
Oh, they do the river.
they don't bed them.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll send you. That doesn't sound right. They usually do they do
That's Loon Lake,
Huh.
to kill invasive sea lamprey.
Okay.
Burrowed in the stream bottom. So it says Loon Lake and then it says burrowed in the stream bottom. Between May 19th and May 20th. National Park Service is gonna do a couple controlled burns sometime between now and May 31st, Flat Plains area and Lasso Roads. Joel, do you have anything for us? Mary Ann, anything else?
of course.
Yeah.
Emails, are we gonna wait and maybe do it July with the website still? New emails? Is that still?
Yes, they will probably be active prior to the website, just because we're trying to find the most easy way to do this with the least amount of loss. And I'm talking to a lot of people to make sure that there is a clear plan to make sure that we minimize the difficulty.
Lose all the junk ones I'm getting lately. Okay. I
That's
think
the
we should
goal.
start driving around
So-
looking at roads, be prepared. If anybody's aware of like issues because of the water and the rains, we should
I've
think
been
about that.
Documenting with photos, flooding, Crystal Drive, really bad.
Okay, yeah, I mean, is there culverts and things is there things
So,
like that we could,
My
we need to pay
understanding
attention
is,
to that.
culverts and ditching can be, part of that money can be used for culverts or ditching in addition to.
Okay, all of our money yeah, any of it, but that's what I mean, like, we need to know what and where, so yeah.
I have pictures.
Let's get on that. I keep forgetting to ask everybody, and I want the board's opinion. Because last year, and I feel a little funny saying last one words there. The county sent out the tax bills and they were incorrect. And it caused lots and lots of extra work, time and money for the township. Some townships they tell me they are billing the county. The county has said they would pay $1 a check. The checks physically cost us 70 cents a check. So that is nowhere near it. I do have all the stuff on it. I don't know if that's something we want to consider that, gosh, I
I
don't have my numbers in front of me. I'm thinking it wouldn't be a ton because I really tried to find out exactly what. We send receipts out anyway, so it wasn't postage, because we had to send the check.
Mostly time of you and.
It was a lot of time that she spent and she did an awesome job. Yeah, I mean, the checks, we had to order more checks and everything. Her time, I'm still dealing with it because I have to follow up on all these now. So it is a lot more hassle and work. One lady says, we all work together. It happened, just suck it up and deal with it. Other ones are like, well, it's not our fault. We shouldn't have to pay for it. Any thoughts on how we want to proceed here?
I'm in favor of charging the county.
I just wish we'd have got more of an apology type of thing, it was just like we're doing this and here, you guys just figure it out. And it's gonna be months yet before we take care of it all. So. Okay, I got one in favor of. It's not a huge amount of money. I would definitely think less than $500. I'm thinking between 250 and 5. I can't remember.
But that
offhand.
doesn't include labor, the extra labor goes there.
That's what I would already figure that I would bill them, would be, and I can't remember the exact amount, 250.
But
let's
does
say.
that include labor?
Yes, that's her hours, that's everything. Just, not cheating anybody, but I really thought it was extra that we used. Got a yes and a no, was it? Just opinions, I don't
I'll
know.
give you a yes.
You said yes? Okay.
Kind of on the fence because it is. It is, we're all together. It's something that happened.
Mistakes happen, but
We can bill them and because we don't know whether, just because we bill them doesn't
Okay.
necessarily mean it'll be paid, so. Bill them.
Do you want us to take action?
Okay, that's already 3 yeses, so,
Do you want us to officially take action?
I don't know, do we need to?
To send a bill, right? Unless you just wanted backup.
Yeah, yeah, I guess I don't know. Okay, yeah,
We just
that I
need-
can look into it and pursue it if, I don't know, something like that. Okay. I make a motion that the board approve the treasurer, looking into researching and possibly billing the county for extra time and effort and materials related to the winter taxes situation. How was that?
I'll support.
I'll second it.
Motion by Goodman, supported by Georgievich. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? One opposed. Motion carried.
Thank you, that's all I got.
When you're ready, Ms. Clerk. Anything else?
We had a wonderful team of election inspectors that were here on Tuesday for the election day. We had more Benzie Central voters that showed up to vote than we had Frankfurt, Alberta.
Good.
They wanted to make sure that they weren't going to miss out on anything. They saw that said vote here, so they came here, but it did pass as far as the township. I don't know what the end result was, to be honest. I didn't know what our result had been until just before our meeting. But yeah, it was a good election. We had a team of people that worked very, very well together.
Thanks for all your time. Anything else? We are on to public input. Art Janat.
Wow. First off, that vote passed by about 72-73%. Got overwhelming support. I'm not even gonna try to resist your comment about the being reimbursed for the tax statement. Let's make sure the record is very clear on this. And I'm gonna do as much detail as you want, and I can do it privately if you want also. That was the fault of Benzie Bus. Clear and simple. They gave us the wrong information. We printed the bills based on the information they gave us. Turned out that was wrong. We had to reprint it. And because we didn't want to make a public stink about it, we just said, and I'm the one that made the decision, just fix it. Just fix it. Public doesn't care whose fault it is, all right? You should pursue whatever
So
they
we
invite you
Send the
for.
bill to them.
Benzie bus then.
Well, we can't. It's, you know what, we'd end up in court. Does that make sense?
It does. It's sort of a, I mean, he sat here and it's like, even just apologize.
Yeah.
Admit it, see, you know,
The
it was a
things, the
lot of
things that can
hassle.
happen over there would just blow you away, in my
Okay.
opinion. But not to get into any more of that. And I want to point out, keep in mind, the county makes the township whole on your tax collection. And we spend well over $1 million a year before that money ever gets collected from the delinquent taxpayer. So we're really already providing a one heck of a service to you, you know, because you're getting 100% of your money. And now we gotta wait, we gotta make the collection efforts to get that money in. So do what you need to. If the county's offering to pay, then you should pay. Then I would submit for it too. But let's be real clear. This was not the county treasurer's problem. This was not county equalization's problem. This was Benzie Bus who made the error. And boy, if you knew what happened behind the scenes, I think you'd be as frustrated as I am.
Okay, thank you. I think the way the motion was worded, she has the ability to do it. We didn't mandate that she has to do it, so.
Exactly.
Right.
Thank you.
That,
Art.
that's what I
Anything
want,
else?
just a.
No, that's it. Probably enough said.
Thank you. Any
I
other
could
public input?
continue, but
Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I will make that motion.
Second.
Oh, my goodness, by four, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Great.